Let's talk about the mind shift that separates six-figure hustlers from seven-figure growth. Because here's the truth. Most business owners try to scale doing more, but it's not doing it smarter. They're busy posting, promoting, trying to show up everywhere, but things still feel stuck. Like no matter how hard they work, they're not breaking through. Sounds familiar? Well, what if I told you seven-figure founders and businesses aren't doing more in marketing? They're just thinking differently. Today, I'm going to walk you through how they think about growth and how you can apply those same principles starting now. Let's start with this. Seven-figure founders don't chase tactics. They lead with strategy. They're not worried about the newest Instagram feature or whether they should be on Threads or should they be on TikTok. They know who they serve, what drives conversion, and how marketing supports their entire business engine. Take Airbnb. They didn't grow by posting vacation pics. They grew by telling stories, by building trust, by standing for something deeper, authentic, local experiences. And let's look at Amazon. I know some people don't like Amazon, Jeff Bezos with his billions of what they did, but I remember when Amazon was just selling books. And I remember people used to clown on him. Like, why would you name a company Amazon? You're just a bookseller. And he saw the biggest picture. Their strategy is baked into everything. Customer obsession, seamless logistics, doing something that wasn't done before and creating it. They were the blueprint for a lot of e-commerce. They had relentless clarity on what they wanted to do. Yes, they started off with books, but they knew they were going to grow into everything, hence the name Amazon. That's why they dominate, not because they were on every platform, because they knew who they are and what their customers need. If your marketing feels scattered, it's probably because you're skipping strategy. Ask yourself, why should they care? What do they need to hear from you before they can say yes? Next up, six-figure founders and businesses value visibility over perfection. They don't wait until everything's polished. They don't delay a launch just because of one graphic that isn't on brand. They move, they learn, they ship. Duolingo is a perfect example. Their TikTok account is chaotic. If you've ever been there, you should look at their TikTok. It's hilarious and a little weird, and it works because they just show up consistently. They stay relevant and they connect. They're not trying to do everything fancy. They just show up consistently. Same with Fenty Beauty. I love Rihanna. Rihanna didn't wait until marketing was flawless. She launched with a message: inclusion, representation, and real people. At the time, it was bold. It wasn't perfect, but it changed the industry. And as you can see right now, inclusion is just a given, unlike before. If you're holding back because it's not ready, let me be honest with you. You're delaying results that could be compounding right now. Done is better than perfect. I've said it before. Consistency builds trust, and trust is what converts. Here's what else they understand. Leverage beats labor. Let me say it again. Leverage beats labor. Seven-figure founders don't do everything themselves. They don't confuse activity with growth. They build machines. You heard me talk about this. They know how to build systems. Think about Oprah. Oprah's not running her social media. She has a team for that, a system, a strategy. Or better yet, think about my girl Beyonce, because I love me some Beyonce. Do you think she's managing all the newsletters and the emails that she just kicked out, especially for those lovely t-shirts she's been putting out to the Beehive, costing $88? She's the visionary. She's not the admin. If you need to find VAs to take some of this off your plate, then check out my video. I'll put it here that talks about how you can find the right marketing help. Let's also talk about like Sephora. I love Sephora. They have a great loyalty program that does more than offer just points. It keeps customers coming back. It's not a marketing task to them. It's a marketing asset. And Dropbox, right? I use Dropbox. I've been using Dropbox for years. Maybe you need to use a cloud service like Dropbox. They didn't scale with ads. Do you ever see a Dropbox ad? Not too many. They scale with a referral system. They use one piece of leverage that turned users into marketers. So ask yourself, am I building assets or am I just staying busy? And remember, the next mindset shift that you need to take is big. System over surges. Most business owners live in a launch and pray mode, or spray and pray, as you say. They post, they promote, they get burnt out, and then they try to do it again for the next month. But big brands, they build engines. You need to think about it like it's engine. Netflix doesn't rely on one hit show. They have a pipeline, a calendar, a system. Starbucks Seasonal drinks, loyalty programs, mobile orders, everything flows together. It's not random, but it's repeatable. And you don't need to do everything that some of these brands do. You need to kind of just focus and latch in on one area and just perfect it to a point where it becomes so seamless, and then you can kind of add on top of that. But if your marketing feels like a roller coaster, you don't need any more ideas. You need the system. You need a really good system. You need a plan, a process, a rhythm that builds. And you need to understand what your rhythm is in your business, because growth isn't a one thing. It's about momentum. And that's what I love to talk about. In my programs, I specifically call it Marketing Momentum Program, because that's how you would move and get things flowing and growing. So let's recap what seven-figure businesses actually understand. They lead with strategy, they publish without perfection, they invest in leverage, and they build systems, not just the hype. This is how you grow on purpose, with intention, with clarity, with control. And that's exactly what we do inside the Marketing Therapy Lab. So if you're ready for an upgrade and you need help with your marketing, not just what you do, but how you operate, then join us. It's free for now. Just click in the link description below and come see and think about what seven-figure businesses, brands really think about when they apply their business. Let's stop guessing and let's help build smarter. I hope to see you in the community to help you grow your business, and you too can go from 6 figures to 7 figures relatively easy. I'll see you inside.